Welcome back to Sound Bites, the show about good people doing good things in the food and drink industry. Today I'm welcoming Chef Shaun Zwaran. Shaun is a born and bred Cape Bretoner whose fire for cooking was inspired by preparing meals with his father at big family gatherings. I first encountered Shaun during his time as head chef at Debar Manor Inn in Guysborough, but Shaun has cooked throughout Atlantic Canada and as far away as British Columbia. He now calls Sydney home, where he is head chef of Kiju's in the Hampton Inn next door to the Memembertou Convention Centre. So welcome, Shaun.
Thanks.
So tell me a little bit about that kind of early days of getting the love of cooking. So it was, you grew up in Glace Bay, right?
Yeah.
Tell us about how the inspiration to become a chef came to be.
I guess I always liked food. My dad's side, the family is Ukrainian, and my mom's side was Italian. So there was always lots of good food going around. I could always remember, making pierogies and stuff like that with my dad when I was a kid. I was in the kitchen a lot. So I guess when I was in high school, I guess I was trying to figure out what I was going to do for a career. And it was actually my uncle that suggested why don't I go into go to culinary school. So I enrolled in the culinary program at Marconi campus in Sydney, and that's how it all started. Anyway, I've been cooking ever since.
Okay, so then I've met you or first dealt with you when you back at the Debar days, like way back when.
Yeah, years ago.
I think more than 10, I think. Then you moved around a bit after that. So how did it come to be that you returned to Cape Breton?
I was at the Debar Manor for 4 years, I guess, and I left there to go to PEI. Was at Dalvey and Stanhope Resort for a few years. Anyway, I got a phone call from Memembertou asking if I was interested in taking on the role of executive chef here at the Trade Center. And, Cape Breton was home. So, I jumped at it. And I've been here almost 11 years now. And with any luck, I'd like to retire here at Memembertou. It's a great spot. They treat me really well.
Yep.
Lots of freedom to do what I want with the food. It's a great place to work. Great kitchen. I've been pretty lucky to have some really talented people in the kitchen for a number of years now. So I haven't had a whole lot of turnover with the staff. So it's almost like a little family here. So it's pretty nice.
Yeah, so I mean, anybody that hasn't been, Kiju's is really probably, for me, consistently high quality food. So anytime I've been, I would say, arguably, maybe the best restaurant in Sydney, just based on the quality of the food. So you recently launched a cookbook called Fresh, Local, and Delicious: Dishes from Mi'kma'ki and Around the World from Kiju's restaurants. So what was the inspiration for launching a cookbook? And maybe just describe what it's based about, because I know from the title some might assume it's about indigenous cuisine, but I'm thinking that it's more about the local ingredients and the influence of the Mi'kmaq.
Yeah, exactly. It's definitely about local. We have a great local food scene here in Cape Breton. So there's a lot of local suppliers for just about anything. It's really kind of developed over the last number of years. We have some great product here. So it was a way to showcase all the different products that we encounter throughout the year. We're members of the Cape Breton Food Hub, Taste Nova Scotia, a few other organizations, which are great. We try to support as many local farmers and artisans in the community as possible. And, it's great. I'll be going to the dining room, and a lot of them are customers that'll come back and bring their family and friends and stuff like that. So it's really nice. It goes both ways. We've always been about incorporating as much local as possible. It's not always it's not always possible to do it 12 months of the year with seasonal product and stuff like that. But it's definitely gotten better. There's a lot more product over even the winter months. So yeah, it's great.
Right. So, and then, but you are based in Membertou, so are you able, or are there ways that you do bring in our maritime indigenous culture into the food? And have you learned from, the elders of the to about some techniques or how traditional ingredients that you can incorporate?
Oh, definitely. I'm pretty fortunate over the last 10 years to have worked with a lot of indigenous cooks and chefs. So they've been pretty open and, teaching me different indigenous techniques. It's really interesting. We have our menu does have indigenous inspired recipes throughout the year. We change it up, change the menu a few times a year. So yeah, it's important to make sure that that's represented, and it's become quite popular. A lot of people come in for our skillet bread and different dishes that we've had on for a number of years now. So yeah, it's pretty neat to watch how it developed over the last number of years.
So if you're watching this video and you want to say, okay, so what's the one dish that you really love from your cookbook, and what's the one dish that if you were coming to Kiju's, that you would order?
I would probably, I would think the skillet bread. It's a great indigenous dish. We've had it on the menu now for probably about 9 years that I've been here. It's very simple. We serve it in a cast iron skillet. It's almost like a bonnet type dough. We fry it up and cut it into wedges and serve it with a dip. It's really popular. It's a good sharing appetizer. And we have a lot of people that will come in just for it. So that's got to be one of my favorites. There's a lot of recipes that I really like. I love seafood, so there's lots of seafood dishes in there. But yeah, probably with the skillet bread would be the one that I'd like better than any of them.
Amazing. So thanks, Shaun. I'd say, so anybody that's watching hasn't been to Kiju's, just make sure your next trek to Cape Breton, you stop by the restaurant, because it delivers some pretty high quality cuisine. So thanks, Chef Shaun.
Thanks, Mark.